Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chapter 18. Shri Shuka Uvacha Tata cha Bhadrashrava Nama Dharmasutastat Kulapatayaha Purusha Bhadrashvavarshe Sakshad Bhagavato Vasudevasya Priyam Tanum Dharmamayim Haya Shirshabhidanam Paramena Samadhina Sannidhapyedhamabhigrinanta Upadhavanti. Sri Shukadeva Goswami said, Bhadrashrava, the son of Dharmaraja, rules the tract of land known as Bhadrashrava Varsha. Just as Lord Shiva worships Shankarshana in Ilavrita Varsha, Bhadrashrava, accompanied by his inmate servants and all the residents of the land, worships the planetary expansion of Vasudeva known as Hayashirsha. Lord Hayashirsha is very dear to the devotees and he is the director of all religious principles. Fixed in the topmost trance, Bhadrashrava and his associates offer their respectful obeisances to the Lord and chant the following prayers with careful pronunciation. Bhadrashravasa Uchuhu Om Namo Bhagavate Dharmayatma Vishodhanaya Nama Iti. The ruler Bhadrashrava and his inmate associates utter the following prayer. We offer our respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the reservoir of all religious principles, who cleanses the heart of the conditioned soul in this material world. Again and again we offer our respectful obeisances unto him. Aho vichitram bhagavadvicheshtitam dhantam janoyam hi mishanna pashyati dhyayanna sadyarhi vikarmase vitum nirhatya putram pitaram jijivishati. Alas, how wonderful is it that the foolish materialist does not heed the great danger of impending death. He knows that death will surely come, yet he is nonetheless callous and neglectful. If his father dies, he wants to enjoy his father's property, and if his son dies, he wants to enjoy his son's possessions as well. In either case, he heedlessly tries to enjoy material happiness with the acquired money. Vadanti Vishwam Kavayasmanashwaram Pashyanti Chadhyatmavido Vipashchitaha Tatapi Muhyanti Tavaja Mayaya Suvismitam Krutyamajam Natosmitam. O unborn one, learned Vedic scholars who are advanced in spiritual knowledge certainly know that this material world is perishable, as do other logicians and philosophers. In trance, they realize the factual position of this world and they preach the truth as well. Yet, even they are sometimes bewildered by your illusionary energy. This is your own wonderful pastime. Therefore, I can understand that your illusionary energy is very wonderful and I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Vishvodbhavasthanati विश्वोद्भवस्थाननिरोधकर्मते ह्यकर्तुरङ्गीकृतमप्यपावृतः युक्तं न चित्रं त्वयि कार्यकारणे सर्वात्मनि व्यतिरिक्ते च वस्तुतः. O Lord, although you are completely detached from the creation, maintenance, and annihilation of this material world and are not directly affected by these activities, they are all attributed to you. We do not wonder at this, for your inconceivable energies perfectly qualify you to be the cause of all causes. You are the active principle in everything, although you are separate from everything. Thus, we can realize that everything is happening because of your inconceivable energy. Vedan yugante tamasa niraskrutan rasataladhyo ऋतुरङ्गविग्रहः प्रत्याददे कवयेभियाचते तस्मै नमस्ते वितते हिताय इति. At the end of the millennium, ignorance personified assumed the form of a demon, stole all the Vedas, and took them down to the planet of Rasatala. The Supreme Lord, however, in his form of Hayagriva, retrieved the Vedas and returned them to Lord Brahma when he begged for them. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Lord, whose determination never fails. हरिवर्षे चापि भगवान् नरहरिरूपेणास्ते तद्रूपग्रहणनिमित्तमुत्तरत्राभिदास्ते तद्धृयितं रूपं महापुरुषगुणाभाजनो महाभागवतो कुलतीर्थी करणशीलाचरितः प्रह्वादोऽव्यवधानानन्यभक्तियोगेन सह तद्वर्ष पुरुषैरुपास्ते idam chodaharati. Shukadeva Goswami continued, My dear Lord, Lord Nrisimhadeva resides in the tract of land known as Harivarsha. In the 7th canto of Shrimad Bhaghavatam, I shall describe to you how Prahlada Maharaja caused the Lord to assume the form of Nrisimhadeva. Prahlada Maharaja, the topmost devotee of the Lord, is the reservoir of all good qualities of great personalities. His character and activities have delivered all the fallen members of his demonic family. Lord Nrisimhadeva is very dear to this exalted personality. Thus, Prahlada Maharaja, along with his servants and all the denizens of Harivarsha, worships Lord Nrisimhadeva by chanting the following mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Namaste Jaste Jase Aviravirbhava Vajranakha Vajradhamshtra Karma Shayan Randhaya Tamo Grasa Om Swaha Abhayamatmani Bhuyishtam Om Kshaum. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Nrisimhadeva, the source of all power. O my Lord, who possesses nails and teeth, just like thunderbolts, kindly vanquish our demon-like desires for fruitive activity in this material world. Please appear in our hearts and drive away our ignorance, so that by your mercy we may become fearless in the struggle for existence in this material world. स्वस्त्यस्य विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मितो धिया मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहैतुकी. May there be good fortune throughout the universe, and may all envious persons be pacified. May all living entities become calm by practicing bhakti yoga, for by accepting devotional service, they will think of each other's welfare. Therefore, let us all engage in the service of the Supreme Transcendence, Lord Sri Krishna, and always remain absorbed in thought of Him. मागारदार रात्मजवित्तबन्धुषु संगो यदि स्याद् भगवत्प्रियेषु नः यः प्राणवृत्त्या परितुष्ट आत्मवान् सिद्ध्यत्यधूरान्न ततेन्द्रियप्रियः. My dear Lord, we pray that we may never feel attraction for the prison of family life, consisting of home, wife, children, friends, bank balance, relatives, and so on. If we do have some attachment, let it be for devotees whose only dear friend is Krishna, a person who is actually self-realized and who has controlled his mind, is perfectly satisfied with bare necessities of life. He does not try to gratify his senses. Such a person quickly advances in Krishna consciousness, whereas others who are too attached to material things find advancement very difficult. Yat sangalabdham nijavirya tirtam muhu samsprushatam himanasam it हरत्यजोऽन्तः श्रुतिभिर्गतों गजं को वै न सेवेत मुकुन्दविक्रमम्. By associating with persons for whom the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Mukunda, is the all-in-all, one can hear of his powerful activities and soon come to understand them. The activities of Mukunda are so potent that simply by hearing of them, one immediately associates with the Lord. For a person who constantly and very eagerly hears narrations of the Lord's powerful activities, the absolute truth, the personality of Godhead, in the form of sound vibrations, enters within his heart and cleanses it of all contamination. On the other hand, although bathing in the Ganges diminishes bodily contaminations and infections, this process and the process of visiting holy places can cleanse the heart only after a long time. Therefore, who in the same mind, who will not associate with devotees to quickly perfect his life? Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatyakinchana सर्वैर्गुणैस्तत्र समासते सुराः हरावभक्तस्य कुतो मदङ्गुणा मनोरथेनासति धावतो बहिः. All the demigods and their exalted qualities such as religion, knowledge, and renunciation become manifest in the body of one who has developed unalloyed devotion for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva. On the other hand, a person devoid of devotional service and engaged in material activities has no good qualities. Even if he is adept at the practice of mystic yoga or the honest endeavor of maintaining his family and relatives, he must be driven by his own mental speculations and must engage in the service of the Lord's external energy. How can there be any good qualities in such a man? Harirhi sakshad bhagavan sharirina matma jashanamiva toyamipsitam. हित्वा महांस्तं यदि सज्जते गृहे तदा महत्त्वं वयसा दम्पतीनाम्. Just as aquatics always desire to remain in the vast mass of water, all conditioned living entities naturally desire to remain in the vast existence of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, if someone very great by material calculations fails to take shelter of the Supreme Soul, but instead becomes attached to material household life, his greatness is like that of a young, low class couple. One who is too attached to material life loses all good spiritual qualities. तस्माद्रजोर्रागविषादमन्युम् आनस्पृहाभयदैन्याधिमूलं हित्वा गृहं संसृतिचक्रवालं नृसिंहपादं भजता कुतो भयमिति. Therefore, O demons, give up the so-called happiness of family life and simply take shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Nrsimhadeva, which are the actual shelter of fearlessness. Entanglement in family life is the root cause of material attachment. Indefatigable desires, moroseness, anger, despair, fear, and the desire for false prestige, all of which result in the repetition of birth and death. केतुमालेऽपि भगवान् कामदेवस्वरूपेण लक्ष्म्याः प्रियचिकीर्षया प्रजापतेर्दुहितॄणां पुत्राणां तद्वर्षपतीनां पुरुषायुषा होरात्र परिसंख्यानानां यासां गर्भा महापुरुष महास्त्रते जसोद्वेजित मनसां विध्वस्ता व्यसवः संवत्सरान्ते विनिपतन्ति. Shukadeva Goswami continued, in the tract of land called Ketumala Varsha, Lord Vishnu lives in the form of Kamadeva only for the satisfaction of his devotees. These include Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, the Prajapati, Samvatsara, and all Samvatsara's sons and daughters. The daughters of Prajapati are considered the controlling deities of the nights, and his sons are considered the controllers of the days. The Prajapati's offerings number 36,000, one for each day and each night in the lifetime of a human being. At the end of this year, the Prajapati's daughters become very agitated upon seeing the extremely effulgent disk of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus they all suffer miscarriages. Ativa sulalita ghati vilasita ruchirahasa leshavalokalilaya kinchiduttamam Tambhita Sundara Brumandala Subhagavadhanara Vindashriya Ramam Ramayan Indriyani Ramayate. In Ketumala Varsha, Lord Kamadeva Pradyumna moves very graciously. His mild smile is very beautiful, and when he increases the beauty of his face by slightly raising his eyebrows and glancing playfully, he pleases the goddess of fortune. Thus he enjoys his transcendental senses. Tad Bhagavato Mayamayam Rupam परमसमाधियोगेन रमा देवी संवत्सरस्य रात्रिषु प्रजापतेर्दुहितृभिरुपेताः हसुः च तद्भर्तृभिरुपास्ते इदं चोदाहरति. Accompanied during the daytime by the sons of the Prajapati, the predominating deities of the days, and accompanied at night by his daughters, the deities of the night, Lakshmi Devi worships the Lord during the period known as Samvatsara in his most merciful form as Kamadeva. Fully absorbed in devotional service, she chants the following mantras. Om Hram Hrim Hroom Om Namo Bhagavate Hrishikeshaya Sarvaguna Visheshair Vilakshitatmane Akutinam Chittinam Chetasam Visheshanam Chadipataye Shodasha Kalayachandomayayan Namayayamrutamaya Sarvamayaya Sahase Ojase Balaya Kantaya Kamaya Namaste Abhayatra Bhuyat. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Hrishikesha, the controller of all my senses and the origin of everything, as the Supreme Master of all bodily, mental, and intellectual activities. He is the only enjoyer of their results. The 5 sense objects and the 11 senses, including the mind, are his partial manifestations. He supplies all the necessities of life, which are his energy, and thus non-different from him, and he is the cause of everyone's bodily and mental prowess, which is also non-different from him. Indeed, he is the husband and provider of necessities of all living entities. The purpose of all the Vedas is to worship him. Therefore, let us all offer him our respectful obeisances. May he always be favorable towards us in this life and the next. Striyo vrastaistva Hrishikeshwaram swato hyaradhyaloke patimashasatenayam tasam nate vai paripantyapattyam priyam dhanayushim yato swatantriyaha. My dear Lord, you are certainly the fully independent master of all senses. Therefore, all women who worship you by strictly observing vows because they wish to acquire a husband to satisfy their senses are surely under illusion. They do not know that such a husband cannot actually give protection to them or their children, nor can he protect their wealth or duration of life, for he himself is dependent on time, fruitive results, and the modes of nature, which are all subordinate to you. Savai patisyadakuto bhayah swayam samantatah pati bhayaturam janam sa eka evetarata mito bhayam naivatmalabhadhadi manyate param savaih patisyadakuto bhayasvayam samantatah pati bhayaturam janam sa eka evetarata mito mayam naivatmalabhadhadi manyate param. He alone who is never afraid, but who on the contrary gives complete shelter to all fearful persons, can actually become a husband and protector. Therefore, my Lord, you are the only husband and no one else can claim this position. If you were not the only husband, you would be afraid of others. Therefore, persons learned in all Vedic literature actually accept your leadership as everyone's master, and they think no one else a better husband and protector than you. या तस्य ते पादसरोरुहार्हणं निकामयेत्साखिलकामलम्पटा तदेव रासीप्सितमीप्सितोर्चितो यद्भग्नयाञ्चा भगवन् pratapyate. My dear Lord, you automatically fulfill all the desires of a worship. You automatically fulfill all the desires of a woman who worships your lotus feet in pure love. However, if a woman worships your lotus feet for a particular purpose, you also quickly fulfill her desires, but in the end she becomes broken-hearted and laments. Therefore, one need not worship your lotus feet for some material benefit. मत्प्राप्तये जेषसुरासुराधयस्तप्यन्त उग्रं तप इन्द्रिये धियः ऋते भवत्पादपरायणान्नमां विन्दन्त्यहं त्वद्धृदया यतोजित. O Supreme Unconquerable Lord, when they become absorbed in thoughts of material enjoyment, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, as well as other demigods and demons, undergo severe penances and austerities to receive my benedictions. But I do not favor anyone, however great he may be, unless he is always engaged in the service of your lotus feet. Because I always keep you within my heart, I cannot favor anyone but a devotee. Sattvam mamapyachyuta shirshni vanditam karambujam yatvadadhayi sattvatam bibharshi mam lakshmavarenymayaya ka ishwarasyehi mohitum vibhuriti. O infallible one, your lotus palm is the source of all benediction. Therefore, your pure devotees worship it, and you very mercifully place your hand on their heads. I wish that you may also place your hand on my head, for although you already bear my insignia of golden streaks on your chest, I regard this honor as merely a kind of false prestige for me. You show your real mercy in your devotees, not to me. Of course, you are the supreme absolute controller, and no one can understand your motives. रम्यके च भगवतः प्रियतमं मात्स्यमवताररूपं तद्वर्षपुरुषस्य मनोः प्राक्प्रदर्शितं स इदानीमपि महता भक्तियोगेनाराधयतीदं चोदाहरति. Shukadeva Goswami continued, in Ramyakavarsha, where Vaivasvata Manu rules, the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared as Lord Matsya at the end of the last era, Chakshusha Manvantara. Vaivasvata Manu now worships Lord Matsya in pure devotional service and chants the following mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate मुख्यतमाय नमः सत्वाय प्राणायौजसे सहसे बलाय महामत्स्याय नम इति. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is pure transcendence. He is the origin of all life, bodily strength, mental power, and sensory ability. Known as Matsyavatara, the gigantic fish incarnation, he appears first among all the incarnations. Again, I offer my obeisances unto him. अन्तर्बहिश्चाखिललोकपालकैरदृष्टरूपो विचरस्युरुक्स्वनः स ईश्वरस्त्वं य इदं वशे नयन् नाम्ना यथा धारुमयीं नरस्त्रियम्. My dear Lord, just as a puppeteer controls his dancing dolls and a husband controls his wife, your Lordship controls all the living entities in the universe, such as Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras. Although you are in everyone's heart as the supreme witness and commander and are outside everyone as well, the so called leaders of society, communities, and countries cannot realize you. Only those who hear the vibration of the Vedic mantras can appreciate you. Yam lokapala kila matsarajaswara. Yam lokapala kila matsarajvara. Matsarajvara हित्वा यतन्तोऽपि पृथक् समेत्य च पन्तुं न शोकुर्द्विपदश्चतुष्पदः सरीसृपं स्थाणु यदत्र ईष्यते. पत्तुं न शेकुर्द्विपदश्चतुष्पदः समीसृपं स्थाणु यदत्र ईशयते. दृश्यते. पत्तुं न शेकुर्द्विपदश्चतुष्पदः सरीसृपं स्थाणु यदत्र दृश्यते. My Lord, from the great leaders of the universe, such as Lord Brahma and other demigods, down to the political leaders of this world, all are envious of your authority. Without your help, however, they could neither separately nor concertedly maintain the innumerable living entities within the universe. You are actually the only maintainer of all human beings, of the animals, like cows and asses, and of planets, reptiles, birds, mountains, and whatever else is visible within this material world. Bhavan Yugantarnava Urmimalini क्षोणीमिमामोषधिकीरुधां निधं मया सहोरुक्रमतेज ओजसा तस्मै जगत्प्राणगणात्मने नम इति. O Almighty Lord, at the end of the millennium, this planet Earth, which is the source of all kinds of herbs, drugs, and trees, was inundated by water and drowned beneath the devastating waters. At that time, you protected me along with the earth and roamed the sea with great speed. O unborn one, you are the actual maintainer of the entire universal creation, and therefore you are the cause of all living entities. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Hiranmayepi Bhagavan nivasati kurmatanum बिभ्राणास्तस्य तत्प्रियतमां तनुमर्यमा सह वर्षपुरुषैः पित्रे गणाधिपति रुषधावति मंत्रमिमं चानुजपति. Shukadeva Goswami continued, in Hiranmaya Varsha, the Supreme Lord Vishnu lives in the form of a tortoise, Kurma Sharira. This most dear and beautiful form is always worshipped there in devotional service by Aryama, the chief resident of Hiranmaya Varsha. Along with other inhabitants of that land, they chant the following hymns. Om Namo Bhagavate Akuparaya Sarvasattva Guna Visheshanayānupalakshitastanāya Namo Varshmane Namo Bhumne Namo Vasthanaya Namaste. O my Lord, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who have assumed the form of a tortoise. You are the reservoir of all transcendental qualities, and being entirely untinged by matter, you are perfectly situated in pure goodness. You move here and there in the water, but no one can discern your position. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you because of your transcendental position. You are not limited by past, present, and future. You are present everywhere as shelter of all things, and therefore I offer my respectful obeisances unto you again and again. Yadrupametan arthaswarupam bahuruparupitam samkhyana yasyastyaya bhanat tasmai manaste vyapadesharupine. My dear Lord, this visible cosmic manifestation is a demonstration of your own creative energy. Since the countless varieties of forms within this cosmic manifestation are simply a display of your external energy, this Virat Rupa, universal body, is not your real form. Except for a devotee in transcendental consciousness, no one can perceive your actual form. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Jarayujam Sweda Jamandajodbhidam Characharam Devarshi Pitrubhutamaindriyam Dhyaukam Kshitihi Shailasaritsa Dvipagraharshetyabhideya Yekaha. My dear Lord, you manifest your different energies in countless forms as living entities born from the wombs, from eggs, and from perspiration, as plants and trees that grow out on the earth, as all living entities, both moving and standing, including the demigods, the learned sages, and the pitas, as outer space, as the higher planetary system containing the heavenly planets, and as the planet Earth with its hills, rivers, seas, oceans, and islands. Indeed, all the stars and planets are simply manifestations of your different energies, but originally you are one without a second. Therefore, there is nothing beyond you. This entire cosmic manifestation is therefore not false, but is simply a temporary manifestation of your inconceivable energy. Yasminna samkyeya visheshanama rupakrutau kavibhi kalpiteyam संख्यायया तद्वदृशापनीयते तस्मै नमः सांख्यनिदर्शनायते इति. O my Lord, your name, form, and bodily features are expanded in countless forms. No one can determine exactly how many forms exist, yet you yourself in your incarnation as the learned scholar Kapila Deva have analyzed the cosmic manifestation as containing 24 elements. Therefore, if one is interested in Sankhya philosophy, by which one can enumerate the different truths, he must hear it from you. Unfortunately, non devotees simply count the different elements and remain ignorant of your actual form. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. उत्तरेषु च कुरुषु भगवान् यज्ञपुरुषः कृतवराहरूप आस्ते तं तु देवी हैषा भूः सह कुरुभिरस्खलितभक्तियोगे नोपधावति इमां च परमामुपनिषदमावर्तयति. Sukadeva Goswami said, Dear King, the Supreme Lord in his boar incarnation, who accepts all sacrificial offerings, lives in the northern part of Jambudvipa. Therefore, in the tract of land known as Uttara Kuruvarsha, Mother Earth and all other inhabitants worship him with unfailing devotional service by repeatedly chanting the following Upanishad mantra. ॐ नमो भगवते मन्त्रतत्त्वलिङ्गाय यज्ञक्रतवे महाद्वरावयवाय महापुरुषाय नमः कर्मशुक्लाय त्रिगुणाय नमस्ते. O Lord, we offer our respectful obeisances unto you as the gigantic person. Simply by chanting mantras, we shall be able to understand you fully. You are yajna, sacrifice, and you are the kratu, ritual. Therefore, all the ritualistic ceremonies of sacrifice are part of your transcendental body, and you are the only enjoyer of all sacrifices. Your form is composed of transcendental goodness, and you are known as Triyuga because in Kali Yuga you appeared as the concealed incarnation, and because you always fully possess the three pairs of opulences. Yasya swarupam kavayo vipaschito guneshu dharushviva jata vedasam matnanti matnya manasa dhidrishyavo Gudam kriyartairnama iritatmane. By manipulating a fire generating stick, great saints and sages can bring forth the fire lying dormant within wood. In the same way, O Lord, those expert in understanding the absolute truth try to see you in everything, even in their own bodies, yet you remain concealed. You are not to be absorbed by indirect process involving mental and physical activities, because you are self-manifested. Only when you see that a person is wholeheartedly engaged in searching for you do you reveal yourself. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. द्रव्यक्रिया हेत्वयनेश कर्तृभिर्माया गुणैर्वस्तु निरीक्षितात्मने अन्वीक्षयाङ्घाति शयात्मबुद्धिभिर् निरस्तमायाकृतये नमो नमः. The objects of material enjoyment, sound, form, taste, touch and smell, the activities of senses, the controllers of sensory activities, the demigods, the body, the eternal fire and egotism are all creations of your material energy. Those whose intelligence has become fixed by perfect execution of mystic yoga can see that all these elements result from the actions of your external energy. They can also see your transcendental form as Supersoul in the background of everything. Therefore, I repeatedly offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Karoti Vishwastiti Samyamodhayam Yasyepsitam Nepsitamikšiturgunaihi Mayayatayo Bhramate Tadashrayam Gravno Namaste Gunakarma Sakshine. O Lord, you do not desire the creation, maintenance, or annihilation of this material world, but you perform these activities for the conditioned souls by your creative energy, exactly as a piece of iron moves under the influence of a lodestone. Inert matter moves when you glance over the total material energy. प्रमत्तदैत्यं प्रतिवारणं मृधे यो मां रसाया जगदाधिसूकरः कृत्वाग्रदंष्ट्रे निरगादुधन्वतः क्रीडन्निवेव प्रणतास्मितं विभूमिति. My Lord, as the original boar within this universe, you fought and killed the great demon Hiranyaksha. Then you lifted me, the earth, from Garbhodaka, ocean, on the end of your tusk, exactly as a sporting elephant plucks a lotus flower from the water. I bow down before you. This ends the chapter entitled The Prayers Offered to the Lord by residents of Jambudvipa. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,